Hopefully you guys been doing good. And what I mean by good, I mean like, whatever that's going on in there. Because I got something to say in a few minutes. Because I really wanted to get this out my chest. And I've been watching this for like 3 hours straight. And it's a channel that I subscribe to, which he is fucking brilliant and he is on point. I like the way he thinks. It seems that he have this sort of mindset where he's not only um centered, but very, very independent to the point he can be a bit brutal and, well, civilized. He makes some great sense. Before I get into that, let me just shield myself real quick, because I always gotta shield myself before I start some good stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Only one for Tenno. Don't get greedy.
I could say the same with you, mate. You don't get greedy. You're the one that's giving me this shit, not me. I mean, if anything, I'm just claiming it. That's all. Hold on, I'm just shilling my stream real quick, and then we can get into the topic that I have titled today, because it's just amazing how society is today, of how these people think. And not just people in general, just the ones who would obviously take something, right? And then once they have take that source, they would believe it. Instead of being like, gee, I'm not sure if this resource or this source that you've given me is a bit reliable to an extent, especially if it's opinionated. Because when there's opinionated articles or opinionated, topics, there is no facts to be proven when it comes to opinions, because it's within your own choice and with your own think. You can think or assume what this is, but then the effect of it could be a bit of a different turn. You can say that Saturn can be the fifth planet or the sixth planet of Jupiter, or sixth planet of the solar system, while it can actually be, instead of the sixth planet, the ninth planet. That's just giving an example, okay? If there was an article about that and someone were to take that out of context and believe it without any remorse of thinking whatsoever. Which is kind of like how it feels like today in society with the whole propaganda that we're having, the whole politics, the whole issue on whether or not if we need to, come first according to America, because, coming first is somehow relevant to everyone when it's not. At least I don't believe so. I'm just saying. It's just stupid to me how today's society would, instead of just taking 4 minutes or 4 seconds to at least dove right into it, this wouldn't be happening. And I'm saying this in a centered view, a centered perspective, because I don't take everything what people say and then use it. Okay. Usually the only time I would take someone's advice or take someone's, behalf is when they either have evidence to back it up instead of just telling me to do so, because I'm not going to take it granted. Someone were to tell me, "Oh, you should do what this person says, and you should, listen to what people say." Well, no, because then you're just equating me with that one person, because according to you, that person has great ideas and great values, to where I think that the person that you're talking about is not the best way for me to, well, look for advice, because that person's advice, for me, it's shit. And it will always be shit. Okay? But that's just me, though. Okay? That's my opinion. I can't prove it. There is no evidence to prove it. Why bother to prove it if it's just my opinion? And that's where the whole spectrum comes into point. I'll get into that right after I shield this bitch, because I wouldn't say it's a serious topic, but I will say that this topic is something that I wanted to say. And not just because of pointers or not because of getting the exact attention. I'm just saying this because it's on my chest and I just want to. I'm not using the word have to, because have to would be more of a need than wanting. So I'm trying to specify my words specifically. So let me just share this on my Discord/Twitter, and then we can be ready to go. Because I like someone to at least, give me at least one factual evidence of what's going on today. Because I feel like today's society usually grab old sources from years ago and bring it up today to make it available currently. That's how I think. Now, you could disagree with me on that all you want. I'm just saying, if news supposed to be a bit more frightening or entertaining, then I guess my whole point is, why believe in it then, if it's just for entertainment? That's first of all. I'm just putting it out there. It seems that every time when someone has their own opinions or when they're being really independent, it's like somehow they're the ones being shitted on them, because apparently people who are open-minded believes in the spectrum of leave it in the spectrum of every idea, regardless of what side you're on. Which that is not necessarily the case, but if you want to think that way, be my fucking guest. I'm just saying, and I don't mean to be severe or serious or anything, but I'm just putting it out there, because no one would really cater to legitimate shit that happens every day currently, like the massive murdering of massive serial killers, right? Like Ted Bundy. Yes, we know he killed a lot of people, but I don't think complaining, giving your argument about it, and not doing anything at all about it besides sitting on your fat ass on the screen and just giving your opinions about it is going to do any more favors, because that guy is already dead, and not really surprisingly, well, known for. I mean, if we're gonna get massive murderers in the whole planet, then it's really not surprising to me, because murder happens almost every day, at least to some occasions. Death, would be another thing, and arrests is also another thing. Lots of situations. There are people dying every day. So my point is, what's the whole problem with this, propaganda that's going on between the left, the right, the liberals, the conservatives, the Republicans, and the Democrats? Like, what's this whole gigantic beef? No wonder you might be saying, well, it's probably because it's for entertainment. Yeah, I know it's exactly for entertainment. But why do people believe in it? That's why I usually call anybody who believes in everything that they hear or been told idiots. Because through that person's perspective, that's what they think. That's just their opinion. That doesn't mean it's true. It's just what they implied. And the same can be said for anyone who makes opinion pieces when they obviously state that they're facts when they're not. And that's what drives me mad. When they just obviously state that these are just facts because the person somehow researched it. Therefore, if that person researched it, therefore it has to be factual when it isn't. To me, it's just, well, how can you determine what's factual or not? Because if CNN is fake and Fox News isn't, then I can't really take any side here, all right? Because if CNN is going to be claimed for being fake news, then I'm obviously gonna think, okay, well, if CNN's fake news and Fox News isn't, um, where's the old criticism in that? I feel like people just take it up, eat it, and then no matter what they say, it's somehow relevant. Which that doesn't mean dick to me, because usually when I find something relevant, it has to do something between now, not what happened in the past, and definitely not what happened 4 years ago. And that's what people seem to forget. You know, it's just weird to me. You know, it's just like why? I just never find it very intelligent enough. You know. But I'm not saying that, but it doesn't make me intelligent either for pointing it out. I'm just saying I don't think believing in all that shit that happens to be on the internet is necessary. It's the reason why I don't spend my time on the lack of internet, because I got other things to do, for fuck's sake, you know? And not because I have other things to do, but there's some things where I just don't want to be acquainted with. You know, such as, you know, being on whoever's side that I see is relevant. Because that seems to be in the mind of almost everybody nowadays, you know? And the people that are into politics and whatnot, whatever. I'm not saying every one of them or every one of them who have these values are part of the problem. But I'm also saying that, you know, I'm also saying that the people who are part of the problem and put it on others are the problem. Because there's some times where people will just come out to you and say, hey, we really need to support this so building the wall crap, you know? We gotta let people know we gotta let the what's it called? We gotta let the truth know and keep the lies away. And I'm just like, mate, I don't have no part in your bullshit, so leave me be. And somehow I am concerned to be more of a liberal, according to them. It's just fucking funny to me how it is. But then again, you could be acquainted with anybody that you don't have any part of, you know? It's just how the world is. You're always gonna have that one person in particular to determine what you are, who you are, even though they have no or fuck all about you. You know? And that's why I say, when you happen to make mistakes in the past and you have changed from that, and you still think that person from today is still in the past, then the only problem that I can say, the only problem that seems to be, you know, held is the person that, you know, literally in the past. And I'm talking about the person that questions if that person changed. For example, I'm not sure if this person changed from his mistakes from 2011, so let's see if he did. And if you still think this way, then I guess the least thing I can say is that it's more of your problem to think. It's your problem that you're thinking. It's not mine. I'm not the one that's, you know, trying to be in the past. It's you that is, not me. I'm just trying to fucking move on for now. And you trying to illiterate me to the past. It's a bit fucked up, you know? But then again, it's your belief. You can believe in whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. Just don't convince me or try to persuade me on it, because that will not work. And I will definitely be a cunt about it, which I don't mind. You know? Yes, I can be very nice and a bit, you know, stupid sometimes, but I know where to draw my limits. You know? Some people would consider me clumsy and lazy because I don't take action. So I'm the lazy one for not taking action, yet you seem to be the one who sits on your ass all day and talk about this one fucking propaganda, which seems to be politics. Nothing has changed from your content lately. But that's just me, though. Yeah. I'm just making an example out of it, that's all. I'm not saying whoever thinks this way is obviously very mental and they need something to fix, but I'm just saying if you're still thinking in the past, roll the fuck up. You know? That's why I can't stand morons who would put the blame on people or the people that done something in the past long ago. I mean, the fact that we have people that will eat everything, no matter what, it's just benign to me. It's like, wow, this society is just fucked in the head, 100%, and I mean that. Yeah, and I know I said this before, but I'm just reiterating myself. Yeah, because there's gonna be a point in time where someone is obviously gonna do the opposite. Yeah. Who knows? I can't really predict the future, so I'm just saying, for those who really think this way and really have a very, what's the word? An unworthy mind. That's fine. Just don't put it on others who have admitted that they change and try to, you know, belittle them just because you don't think so. Well, not everybody is you, okay? No one knows what's in the mind of you. And there's always going to be opinions. It's always going to be opinions that are going to change constantly. Rather if it's political or not. Or rather if it's vegan or not. It could be anything. I don't give a shit. It could be fucking Christmas for all I care. And there's always going to be changes. You know, and that's the one thing that most people don't get. It's change. I feel like this catastrophe of this propaganda that's being spread is nothing but a entertainment access to get people riled up in their high horse and just absolutely become morons and just fucking take whatever that seems to be in their favor to the point where they take it seriously. For example, 9/11. Yes, some people think that, you know, Osama bin Laden has something to do with it. I think that Osama, you know, was never involved with it. I think it was more of an American job, you know, an inside job, you know, more like what George Bush did. I think George Bush just planted that on some person who believes in the Allah, or I assume, and just went with it, and everybody ate the shit out of it. And it's just weird how people do that, you know. It's very interesting at the same time, but also unsurprisingly to me. Very unsurprisingly. Very indeed. It's why I branch out of this stuff, you know. I mean, yeah, you could call me an asshole, call me if I'm bluffing, but I'm just insinuating what the reality is. Because reality doesn't seem to be a bit more like what they claim to be on the news, alright? If I haven't seen it, surely enough, nobody else has seen it either. At least from where I live, or where I'm from. Because I can tell you something different from here. You know, they may have assumed that Florida is filled with a bunch of gangs in the MS-13, but not really. I mean, I live in a small town, and there is completely hardly ever any gangs related here. None of them at all. I mean, there probably might be some, but it wouldn't be a gang then, would it? It's not notorious. It's just fucking, to me, it's just weird how people would take the absolute bollocks of believing things and just, you know, not without at least being a bit too open-minded, or at least having the audacity to, you know, be skeptic and say, maybe this is not real, or maybe I kind of differ. I'm not sure if I can be, you know, real with it or not, or agree with that, because, like I said, agreements and disagreements are going to change, obviously. So, throughout the point, you may never know. And that's why sometimes it is best to just focus on your own, instead of giving a fuck what everyone else thinks. I mean, yeah, I may be paranoid, but I don't think I would force anybody to be on a side that they prefer not to be on. And I wouldn't relegate that to someone's past either, because the past doesn't say anything about you currently. And if it does, that person in question either is fucked up as you are, or they just don't want to admit that they have a shitty ass life. Which, to a certain extent, not everybody's life is perfect. Hell, not even mine. My life is full of, well, I can say lots of things about it, but it's not comparable with the others who have been through worse. Because there are people who've been through a lot more worse than I have. So that's one thing for sure. And that's something I can't really say anything about. You know, it's the reason why I don't really complain about most of this bullshit that's going on, because it's not fucking relevant, my nigga. It just isn't. I don't see the point in this propaganda. If anything, when it comes to a political side, or when it comes to a side on whatever side that they debate on, it starts to become more of a continuous cycle. I like to call it the debatable cycle of brain dead motherfuckers who can't really think across their own mind. Instead of making one up, they decided to take the other person's mind instead and use it for whatever that seems to fit their mind. You know, and I could break it down, but I don't even know if I should. I mean, to me, everything that I hear constantly on the news, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, everything, I just question, is that really the truth, though? Is it really factual? If so, give me. And stating evidential facts from the past wouldn't be, well, factual, because it's not something that's towards the relevant, as in current. So it wouldn't be, well, it wouldn't actually make my argument or point, if anything, or answer my question, because those things were only in the past that could be a reliable sources during that time, but can't, because, you know, time changes and the year keeps moving on and it goes forward. I'm just saying, you know. And that's what I wanted to actually talk about today, is what people, I think sometimes people just overlook things instead of taking the time to at least question before assuming. Just like with the whole drama thing that happened. I'm not gonna name anybody, but I guarantee the people who are watching this and who are damn well known for being part of it knows exactly the fuck what I'm talking about. It's the same exact thing right there. You can't assume things unless you have the evidence. If not, facts. Or proof. Because one person telling me this is not going to be evidential enough for me to believe in that person, because I also need to hear the other fucking side of the story.
Until reinforcements arrive.
And also, I have to make it a conclusion. So, when hearing both sides, I have to make the conclusion. Rather if they're both in the wrong or both in the right. Or one of them is wrong and one of them is right, and etc. Because all I know is that is what they told me. And what they told me is not really factual when it comes to, well, trauma. I mean, if it's just been told by you and others who have been told as well, I wouldn't really differ on that opinion unless everybody seems to agree with everything. You know, that's why I like to have my own opinion separate. Because what if I think that, wait, maybe this person, maybe that the reason why that person must have called you this is because of what you called them that, and that's probably why you have been, you know, blocked in the first place. I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a mind reader. So I can't predict people's futures or people's outcomes. All I can say is give my opinion of what I think and be done with it. That's all I can say. You know? And if anyone, for those who thinks that I'm just saying this just because, you know, I'm trying to get clicks off of this, well, no. I'm stating this because it's what I feel. Because it's not the first time that I've been sucked into this damn stupid ass drama once again. Especially if the ones that I blocked and banned and had no ties with are somehow relevant to my chat or channel, yet somehow don't have the advantage to chat because, you know, I have disabled their advantages. Yet they can still make really very fucked and insecure assumptions about me. I don't really care. I just tell you one thing. If you think it's real, then that's you. But you can't really conclude it because, you know, that's what you think. Not everybody else thinks this way. My nigga. You know? And when I say nigga, I mean everyone else. Doesn't have to be black or white. Call everybody a nigga. I usually use an A at the end of the word so people can know that I'm using it as more of a phrase instead of a derogatory word. I'm just putting it out there. I just get sick and tired of hearing the same bullshit repeatedly over and over and over and over and fucking over again. Come on, man. I mean, like, if the political news haven't been enough for you, then something has, right? Something doesn't tell me, or something tells you that, you know, maybe, just maybe, all of this can be a whole nother made-up story behind somebody who had fuck all to do with it. You know? But it seems like today's society nowadays like to eat shit up and don't really research on whatever the fuck they see or whatever the fuck that they think. See, they take their words or the other person's words granted. Like, I'm gonna give you a few examples of what I mean by that. For example, Candace Owens and Brooks Heatherly. Now, Candace Owens is relatively known for, well, being conservative and in the black community. Well, at least helping it. I mean, she says that she helps the black community. I don't believe it because I don't see her doing any progress besides getting her ass on Fox News and other news outlet just to report this. I feel like she doesn't do nothing besides sitting on her ass all day and just shouts. Kind of sounds like the normal everyday thing that most of us creators do, doesn't it? I mean, which that's fine. I mean, if you want to do that, I can't stop you. But if you're gonna complain about it, yet do nothing about it, then either you shut the fuck up or go somewhere. That's all I can say. Just like if I'm going to complain about something that's irrelevant to my channel, then I got nothing else but to shut the fuck up about it. You know? But the only reason why this is relevant because people still believe in this shit today. That's the reason why I'm bringing it up. You know? And that's just one of the reasons why I don't like the society. Yeah, that's only one. I got many of others, but I could go on and on about it all day. It'd be just basic banter about me just hating the world. Because apparently people just assume that, oh, Tanuki, you really do hate the world, don't you? It's not that I hate the world, but I just hate the people who live in this world who thinks rationally. I mean, the world itself is not the problem, it's the people within the world. Without the people in the world will be nothing besides empty, extinct. Well, not extinct, but just unhumane. No humans. It's just plants, trees, and greenhouse gases in the environments. But without humans, we wouldn't have any environment, period. So, I guess that would lead to extinction then. But the gist of it, what I'm saying is, the more you bring it up, the more likely it is going to be either well known or decipher. Just like when you give something that's irrelevant publicity, and then someone else takes it, and then shill it, and then share it to another audience of theirs, and then those audience shill it to another group of theirs. It's like, yeah, the only way to end it is to stop talking about it. That's the only way you can end such things like this, is to stop talking about it. And when they say the word, we need to talk about it, well, not really, because when you use the word need, it seems to be more, now you're making it as if it's mandatory, you know? I mean, Now I'm not saying that having these conversations with somebody is not needed, but I'm also saying that, you know, I don't think it's something that we should strive for. If anything, it's fun to talk about specific ideology, yeah, you know, or certain viewpoints. I mean, I agree with that 100%. What I don't think is to, you know, be open about something that's a bit more over the edge, like white or black nationalism. Even though they have the expression to speak it freely. But you can disagree with it, though. You don't have to make any fucking response video whatsoever if you want to. And when you use the word "need" in making a response video, to me it's like a bit of a dick move. Now, I could be considered a hypocrite for this because I made a video on a person who I had ties with in the past, or at least recently. I should have never made that, but it's there. So, to be honest, I can't really say anything about it then, if anything. But it's just stupid to me how people just absolutely would take this, like, the smallest issue, right, and make it immensely big. That's what frustrates me. You know? I'm just saying. Like that whole damn thing about the whole 30-second clip of Don Lemons and one of his guests or interviewers who were on the show were coming after Trump or insulting him. I don't know what they're doing because I didn't get no video or context of it. So far, I only watched the video that was at least responding to the person in question, the ones who are responding to the video. I mean, if you're gonna respond to that video, at least give me the fucking original link to the actual video so I can at least get some evidential, you know, information myself. But I guess not. I mean, no bullshit would be the prime example of somehow saying it and stating it, but somehow deflects it when someone literally asks the question. Because it seems to me that no one seems to like question things anymore. At least when it comes to the political spectrum, you know. It's the reason why most people are centered or independent. Because we don't want to be tolerated with people that are on the right nor left because, well, they're not part of us if they're gonna advocate for such shit that we don't advocate for. So fuck them. The same with the left. Fuck them as well. If anything, fuck everyone. That's why I like to go my own way. In my own way only. So that involves me hating other centrists. Because other centrists out there might say that, oh, since you have these agreements, I think you'd be well suitable for being a centrist. And it's like, well, no, motherfucker, because I'm a different centrist and I don't agree to what you're thinking. So if anything, you might want to disagree with that. You know, I'm just stating what's obvious. You know. Ooh, and sometimes it's a bitch to explain sometimes. That's why most of the times I don't really get into it, but somehow I got into it because I was just heated up at that moment. Oy vey. I tell you one thing about politics though. It is fucked. It is completely fucked. It messes up your mind. I'm just telling you that. You don't have to believe it or you don't have to take my word for it, but I'm just saying. If you really want to be associated with people that you have no common interest in, or if you have the same political stance but don't have the value, then I recommend you not being acquainted with the so-called conservative/liberal parties if they don't, you know, align with your values or agreements or ideas. Because I know damn well conservatives and centrists don't align with mine, so why should I be entitled to theirs? Makes you think, doesn't it?
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave?
And you might be saying, well, Tanuki, this is not surprising. I mean, obviously, everything is completely fake. Well, yeah, but that's the problem, though. No matter how it's fake, or no matter what it is, people would eat it up. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know, you may think that it's not real, you may think it's a complete fantasy, but there's other people who are still in the moronic mind of, oh my god, that thing exists, we must do something about it. Quick, grab your beers, grab your flags, grab your hats, Mega 2020. And it's like, what the fuck are you on about, mate? It just boggles me, you know? And I'm not trying to hate on conservatives nor liberals. I just hate people who are moronic, that's all. Yeah, just the ones who just don't have a brain of their own and just take others because they can't make their own mind for themselves. You know? And there should be a point where the line should be drawn when it comes to making your mind clear. Or at least being clear. You know? There's always going to be a limitation towards something. Rather if it's drama or whatever. I don't give a shit. Just like if the drama that I had recently. You know, I don't want to be nowhere near a part of it. Okay? So that would include people who I've met before and the people who I've met now. The ones who I associated with are no longer with me. And I'm no longer with them. But I wouldn't mind supporting them because of the platform that we're on. Okay? And I'm not supporting them just because I like them or just because I have respect for them. Fuck no. I mean, I may have subscribed to people that I like, but at the same time can you know, think that they're a fucking twat and a bitch at the same time. I mean, for example, I would use, I don't mean to mention any name here, but I'm just gonna use a specific channel who I consider more unratifying, at least to me. I don't mean to be a bit authentic or offensive or anything, but
Extraction is ready.
I'd say Blanca, for example. Like, her videos, or her streams, for example, are a bit, to me, at least, is a bit more unratifying, and I think most of it is just completely the same argument, just with different people every day. But that's just my assumption, right? But, you know, somehow, I mean, I still would support her, even if she were to be harassed by other people that had ties to this drama. You know? Because I don't support drama, period, on anybody's channel, so, you know. I wouldn't mind backing up that person. Even though I still think they're a cunt and a bitch at the same time. Because I clearly do think of that. No offense, Blind Girl, if you're listening, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be open about it, you know? I mean, it's obviously the same with other people that I've met too. You know? Like, there's sometimes, there's fucking sometimes where I don't even fucking agree with, you know, most of what, what's his name? What's Face's Mel thinks, you know? Like that time when he was on my stream, with that one guy named Fish, when he was debating me about if being black is a is a symbol of pride or whatnot, and he went out and throwing these insults at him as if nothing was getting across. It's like, that's a bit, I think that's a bit more like unprofessional, dude. I think, what the fuck are you doing? You know? So if you're listening, I'm mentioning the one that happened during the times when that debate that we had on my other stream. If you want to check that out, it's on my other channel, Tanuki Live. Pretty sure I have it in the description somewhere. If not, please notify me, and I'll gladly give you it. What I'm saying is that, you know, ideas, values, opinions, they all change, regardless of what situation. You know? That's why I'm not really surprised when there's a murder coming, when there's a massive murder rate going on, because, I mean, it's everywhere in the world, so it's like, why should I be entitled, or why should I be responsible, or why should I be in favor of, you know, being down with destroying the, you know, life of someone who caused the innocent lives in painful or in pain. What I'm trying to say.
Yo, how you been, my ninja?
my ninja. I've been good.
This game looks pretty
Reinforcements
good.
available. Do you choose to
Emoji
leave now
thumbs
or
up.
continue fighting?
Thank you, whoever this is. I don't know, but I have to
Opportunity
check
to
out my
extract
chat to see because obviously I don't have it on my phone, and I usually don't because I have this goddamn Captain Downslot bot to speak for me. Because I suck at reading, lots and lots of it. Hello, Ricky Radness. Have I met you before? Because I think I have, and somehow forgot. But thanks on the liking and you know, subbing. I don't know if you subbed or not, but if you did, thank you. Because I can never tell if I get subs, especially if they're privated. I mean, especially if your subscription is privated. How you been, Ricky Madness? I think is that your name? No, Ricky Radness. Okay. Sorry if I forget. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. It's just, oi, I've been talking like for, like how long I've been streaming for like, I think like, ever since I started, like what, 37 minutes now, right? And like, I've just been on about the whole thing about listening to other people without having any certain, you know, opinion before taking their advice slash suggestion slash side, you know, and it could be anything, you know, whether it's political, fucking socialism, capitalism, whatever, I don't care. I'm trying to get at is people seem to eat everything when it comes to the social media and the news, right? And for some reason I always want to know, why do we still have morons here? Now I know that's something that's a bit debatable, and I don't think anybody can suggest how we end up here, but I mean, I just think it's just fucking ridiculous how we as a society still believe in the things that we live in today. You know, even though things will change throughout the periods of time. My bad, the periods of time. I would say the year of time. You know? Because that's how fucking quantum works, I suppose. I just don't like being affiliated with people that...
I have a Blue Ranch Pro. I think you have seen me before. LOL. Have you been feeling better? You were a bit sad last time we talked.
Extraction is ready.
Just
Unless you can handle more
age.
of the enemy.
Just hoping you are feeling positive around that. Oh, thank you. Well, I am feeling positive. And no, I'm not sad. I don't mind asking this, but can you at least give me a description of where I've met you or I've talked to you once? Because I really forget a lot. Okay, it seems to hold within me. Some people don't believe it when I say it, but I forget tremendously a lot. Like, I got family members who think that I'm fucking lying about the things I say, even though I usually forget the things that I say and forget the things that I will do on later. But it just seems some people just don't believe me. So it's like, what can I do? But yeah, I've been doing better, and thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. I have. Recently, I've been working on my own lately and staying away from the dramatic cause of what drives people down in situations such as, well, reality, which is drama, and other things equated with it. You know, just recently I've been, associated with somebody, apparently, according to these people, that I have hated someone, and you know, and somehow I'm on the side of someone who I barely talk to, but yet support, which is Peter Omelette. You know, if Peter Omelette, if you're listening, I don't mean to bring your name into this, but I'm just putting it out there because, you know, that's somehow the case of what that person's perspective is thinking of, well, what I'm doing at the moment when I'm not, you know. And now somehow I think I'm the problem because just because I'm defending the person makes me join sides or along sides with them when I'm on my own fucking side, you know. I mean, I support anybody, including the ones who are a bit racist or racial and sexist when it comes to these channels or platforms. The only thing I would support is if they were to advocate such behavior that seems a bit out of my line, and that's where I would draw it. Yet, I've been acquainted with a person who I've met last year, but don't really talk to recently as much. And it's just fucking weird how I'm just like the assumption right now. You know, I've been getting that a lot. It's fucking stupid. You know? And that's why I always say, always have an open mind, fellas, no matter what you are. I don't care what you are. Black or white. Red or blue. Fucking boomer. Millennial, I suppose. New, old, I don't give a shit, my nigga. Just as long as you don't cause any problems and blame those problems on other people who has fuck all to deal with it. Because I used to be one of those people who have caused problems, but I openly admitted to it, and I regretted it.
I first talked to you after a Sinatra stream, so I subbed to you when you were little nibba.
Oh.
We chatted a bit when you were feeling ill. So I asked.
So I saw you were live and wanted to drop you a line. Ah. Well, I appreciate that, Ricky Radis. I just asked because I forget a lot of things, you know. I'm not really relevant on my channel that much. I mean, as you can see, clearly my script and my schedule is complete fucked. I mean, I have it on my Twitter bio at Twitter cover, where I stream to 8 through 9:30 p.m. EST, which some of you guys are usually at the GMT time, so most of you guys don't even, come to the chat. So I can't really tell who's watching or not, you know? That's why I always assume if anybody's not even there, it's like, I just ask if you're there or not, so I can re-illustrate, you know? So I don't have to, assume that just because no one is there doesn't mean that they're listening or anything. Because there are people that are listening, just probably not talking at the moment, you know? But yeah, I am doing pretty fine, Ricky. And thanks for checking up, I appreciate that. I mean, I'm pretty sure lots of others did the same, but if anything, I'm fine. But you can still stay if you want and enjoy this goddamn either game or just me ranting on about whatever subject that I see fucking fit to talk about, because right now at the moment it seems to be a bit more severe and I wouldn't say dramatic, but I'm just vaping right now, just venting, just venting about how moronic the world is. Cause I'm pretty sure most of you know that I don't like the world, but I wouldn't mind living in the world just to make a better life out of the situation. Yeah. I mean, just like I don't spend my time on the media every day and then assume that that's what's gonna be, because, the more you are, concealed into something, the less likely you are able to, well, have your own opinions, And I mean that in opinionated, period. Like, in any opinion. It doesn't have to be anything. It could be just a fucking opinion over fucking salad. And I think people still have the right to disagree if that salad is somehow blue or that salad is red. No, I said the salad's blue. I saw it with my own eyes. Well, I think the salad is red because it's red and I'm colorblind. It's like, well, what the fuck is it then, That's where I'm getting at. I'm sorry for making that voice. I usually make that voice every time when I hear something dumb coming out of the mouths of the society that we're living in today. Because society is a dumb motherfucker.
Sounds like you got caught up in some drama, bro.
You know what? You're not wrong. I have. Recently, I've been caught up in drama. I've been caught up in drama for like fucking what? For the past I would say half a month with these people. And these people that I've banned are the absolute worst, if not the ones who were trying to, you know, ruin my whole, you know, hobby. Because they only come when they need to vent about somebody in question, or the other person in question. Rather if it's somebody that I know or not. It's like, I appreciate you ranting about it, but if you're gonna rant about it, don't do it publicly, because this is the second time and the fourth time I've been saying this to this exact person. Because it wasn't the first time that he publicly exposed the person who I didn't like, but yet, you know, just put it out there because that person seemed to hate him, you know. And this person not only just hates him, but with a passion, to the point where he wants to ruin him. And I kind of think that's a bit over the top. So I stepped in and at least, you know, supported him, you know. Only because of that behavior that this person is striving to commence. It to me is just, dude, do you have any idea what you're doing? You know, if you really wanted to talk about this person, you could always pick me up with a private DM, but you never do that now, do you? Especially with your soul.
Best.
Hello, Scotty. He is obsessed. Yes, indeed. That person is obsessed, which I'm not going to name, but that's the reason why I just got tired of it. I just felt like I was fed up, thus leading my own self to a bit of a introverted zone where I'm in now, where my Discord is completely, well, unknown, and it's best to be that way because I'm tired of Discord myself. So anybody that gives me the invite to their Discord, I'm obviously going to decline. I just can't put up with the shit that's going to go on. Even if it doesn't, you know, drag. Even if it doesn't, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Involves me. There you go. Even if it doesn't involve me, I still would at least have to pick up on it because it's notified for me. Yeah. That's why I usually keep every of my servers muted, because I want to hear that shit. I mean, like, that's why I always say when I used to have the general chat, there'd be some people in my chat that would discuss the most fucking oblivious thing that I don't even want to hear. It's like, if you're gonna, like I said, if you're gonna to discuss this whole private topic, do it privately in the DMs, not on my chat, because I don't tolerate that shit. Period. Okay? So that would include the people who would talk about, well, relationships, anything that has to do with, you know, anything that doesn't concern me or the group in, you know, in question. Somehow they do it anyways, which I would sometimes either put them in timeout or ban them from the Discord server wholly. Yeah, I'm the asshole for that, because they somehow went against my rules that I claimed not once but twice.
Looks like
It just pisses me off, you know? And the drama as well. I just sometimes just want to be like, when does it end? You know? But the only time it can end if people just stop talking about it, you know? I mean, yeah. I mean, even including me. I can stop talking about it. But that only depends if the other person is, you know, well incapable of not talking about it. Because, you know, everybody has their own opinions, right? So, if they want to start some shit, they can. But then again, what's the reason? You know? I just really hate being involved in things where I am not fitted for, you know? Just like with side A, with the whole streams and everything, you know, all the other people, you know, that I used to hang out with. I mean, there are some of them that I like and there are some of them that I don't like. I'll be real with that. But I don't think I would spend my fucking time harassing them on the internet or harassing their kids if they had it just because to get a reaction out of it. I just think that's a bit petty, a bit childish, and just very, very absurd. You know? So, that's where I come in and say, fuck it, why not just disfranchise both of their sides, A and B? Because some people associated me with the person that I used to be inclined with, and I'm no longer inclined with that person. Sometimes I'll get a message saying, if somehow I still let the person on my chat, I am somehow indeed or inclined with the person's behavior, thus I must be up to something with that person. Even though I have fuck all to do with it. It just bothers me, dude. It just does. You know? That's why I can't really fucking stand moronic idiots who only still sees in the past but doesn't, you know, grow the fuck up and get out of it and to move forward on. Because I thought being human.
Some people just don't like each other, just leave each other alone, skipping the rest.
Exactly. Just
move on.
And that's what I'm talking about, you know? I just sometimes have to say, I want to say have to, but there's sometimes where I just want to just get this out there so people can know that when I mean business or when I mean serious, well, I'm serious when I say it, and not just being funny or being, you know, all, what's the word I'm looking for? Hilarious about it or joking about it when I'm not. You know?
Lazy fucking bot.
Yeah, that bot is down as fuck, yes. And Catherine, would you mind being a bit more, not downs? But then again, no matter what the chat says, it's obviously gonna go through Catherine downs a lot. So, yeah. I can't do nothing about that, but I can. But I know one thing I can. I can turn the bitch off. Because that bot belongs to me and me only. And she does whatever the fuck I desire. In a slow paced. Boy, just looking at the screen gives me a headache.
Someone said, why can't we all get along? I am still wondering why that can't happen. Keep it real and be positive. Check out my channel.
I'll check it out after this. But I will subscribe to it though. Just because you asked me to. No offense. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, looking positive is always good. That's why I want to say it with anybody that's watching this now, that thinking in the past is just, it's not the normal way of thinking. If anything, it seems to be a bit more rational, I say. But however, you have the opinion to disagree if you want to. I don't care. If anything, I'm just trying to enjoy my gaming. So let's get into it then, yeah? But there's sometimes where I like to have subjects to talk about, because I don't just like to have this gaming just a recording of me and just in the gameplay. I like to talk about things. Whether if it's serious or non-serious or just whatever the fuck seems on my mind, you know? Because I love talking and conversating. The reason why I make these streams for a hobby. No matter who watches it, even if no one's there watching it at the moment, I still will fucking talk. Because there's gonna be people watching it at the end. Not much, but there's gonna be at least some. You know, it's gonna be that one person that's gonna check it out. Boy. Anyways, anyone in the chat, how you doing? Scotty, Ricky, if you're still in there, what's up? How you been lately? Enough about me. I want to see how you guys doing. If you're still in the chat, that is, because I can't really tell. Shit, I got people every day hopping in and out, so it's hard for me to, you know, configure. And the reason why I changed my name to Tanuki, Ricky, is because the word little nigga had the word nigga in it.
It looks like a fun game.
Indeed it does. It is a fun game. Indeed. Is this your goodbye, Ricky? Guess so. You have a good night, mate. I'm just saying, because it sounds like the way you text it in chat sounds like you're going somewhere. So I'm just saying, you know, if you're leaving, have a good night, mate. If you are, I'm just saying. That goes to everyone as well. I mean, I don't care who's in there or not. I mean, just trying to get my subject out the way and just enjoy some of this footage of gaming. Unless anybody else wants to, you know, bring up something that I can talk about, be my guest. I wouldn't mind. Because I like talking about everything. If I don't know it, then yeah, I don't think I'd be able to talk about it if I don't know it. But, you know, any of you guys are always free to ask me any questions. Any questions. I don't care. By the way, I'm really bad at playing video games, so don't mock me if I have a bad time trying the game. I mean, I'm not good, I'm not perfect either, but I'll tell you one thing, I'm very triggered to get angry over this game. I mean, any game I play, trust me, I get angry over the most trivial thing. But that's because, you know, that's how I am in gaming. And some people call...
I have been okay. My dad had his kidney taken out, and my dog just had a 5-pound tumor removed.
Oh, thank God. Blessings to him.
This is personal stuff.
Yeah, I know it sounds personal to me, yeah, but I'm sorry to hear that, dude. And also, with the tumor thing, it's good that it's removed, though. You know, because cancer is a bitch. Big thing, and it's a strong thing, a strong diagnosis in the family. Hell, I even got family members who also have breast cancer. That shit is hard to get rid of. They may have got rid of the tumor, but, you know, cancer still remains. At least a minimum of it. Because it can spread. And the more it spreads, you know, the worse it gets. But I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Hopefully, you know, you and your family, you know, beat the hell out of cancer. Because cancer is really bad for everybody. For some reason, your name does sound familiar, Ricky. I'm just saying. It seems like I have mentioned you before. If not, I don't know, because I usually forget the people that I've wrenched, and I usually forget the people who are subbing to me, because most of them don't really come to my stream or videos that often, so I'm more likely to forget about them. But if they were to check up once in a while, then alliterate, you know, where they've been, or, you know, if they were to, you know, they would recognize me and, you know, say something about it. Then, you know, go ahead. Because I forget a lot of things. Trust me. I'm not going to remember everything. I'm not going to remember all of my subscriptions because most of them are privated. Well, most of them are private by the users that I can't see their subscriptions. And even if I want to see them, I wouldn't because I don't. Why? I don't need to do that. I'm not paranoid to the point where I need to check check other people's subscription. If they don't sub, they don't sub. That's all I can say. If they sub, they sub. I mean, I'm going to gain some, and then I'm going to lose some. It's the same with almost every other platform. You're going to lose people, you're going to gain people. If anything, I like to focus on just what I'm doing. I feel a bit more happier and very, very, quite indeed, very, very happy and not pressured as I was before. Because being pressured is the least thing that I want from other people. When I get advice or suggestions from other people telling me that I should do something that's worth trending, or I should listen to more people that's on the side, it makes me think, well, that just means that I should think like them, therefore I should at least agree to what they're saying, because no matter what, people would eat the shit just like garbage from what anyone says. So I like to be aware of what people say instead of just going with it, you know? It's the reason why I'm open-minded and centered. You know? And that whole breakdown thing that I had, yeah, it's still there if you were to scroll way down on my history list. You will see the first video of, if you were to sort it out, the oldest, which is where I title "Everyone's a Fucktard." It's just me just giving out my rants about everything. Yeah. Oof. What time is it? Damn, it's 9:12. I did not know that. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm actually done because I think I'm already done ranting again. I don't think I got anything else to say besides what was going on in my mind right now. So I guess the least thing I can do is end the stream and you know, chill. If you guys want to, you can like, dislike, or unsub, or comment. See whatever I care, and you know, add me on whatever social media, like what's in my description. You can join my Discord if you like, although I recommend you not, because you know, there's gonna be a bit more changes, and I can't really promise anybody if I'm gonna keep it, because I'm an insane little shit who's crazy ass nut job still. Just lessen my, well, behavior a bit. And if you want to check me out on Twitter, my Twitter is always in the description below. It's at Tanuki. Or the Mines if you want. But I forgot my Mines account, so yeah. Thank you all. And I'll see you in the next stream. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you later. Mwah!